NBA totals for Monday, November 14th. We got 4 games on the card today. Good day yesterday. We got really lucky with the Portland-Denver game, but we've had some bad luck with some overtime losses as well, so they all kind of work out. Currently, we're sitting at 48 and 38 on the season. Let's go ahead and let's get right to it. We got Oklahoma City, Detroit. Odds makers have it at 200. We're going to go under the total of 200. Oklahoma City, of course, coming off a back-to-back. Now, on the season, prior to that game with Orlando, I got yesterday's statistics here. They were averaging 103 points per game. That's going to go up. And they were giving up 100 per game. That's going to go up as well. With Detroit, they're not really getting up and down a lot. They're averaging just 97.7 points per game, and they're allowing just 97 points per game. They've really hunkered things down on the defensive end, and I think that's just going to have to be the case for them until they get Reggie Jackson back. Now, Oklahoma City, they go pretty fast. They average almost 88 attempts per game. That ranks 6th in the league, and they allow some tempo, almost 87 attempts. Detroit, 86.4 attempts per game. That ranks 10th. So the teams go pretty fast. But defensively, some of the efficient statistics I really like. With Oklahoma City, well, let's talk. Okay, first of all, sorry, I digress. Again, a lot of statistics to digest here. Right now, they're averaging 46.7 points in the paint. That ranks 6th. But Detroit have been really great, of course, with Andre Drummond, in the paint area defensively. They allow just 40.2 points per game. In that area, that ranks 7th in the league. So that's a point of contention tonight as well. But look at these other statistics. We got Oklahoma City, they're shooting just 43.6% from the field. That ranks 22nd in the league. Detroit, they're shooting just 44% from the field. That ranks 19th. Not a lot of high shooting percentages here from either team. Detroit, also, they rank 25th in effective field goal percentage and efficiency as well, offensively. Now, defensively, both these teams, I think they could play some solid defense. I think we're going to see that tonight. Oklahoma City ranks 2nd and 4th in the league in opponent shooting efficiency and effective field goal percentage, respectively. Detroit, they rank 3rd and 4th. Got it. 3rd and 4th in both those categories as well. So good, good defense by both teams. I think we can see that tonight. I don't think the tempo is going to be all that fast. As well, something just an extra note here. Detroit has stayed under this total of 200 in all their home games this year, all 4 of them, in which they've gone 4-0. Next one up, we got Philadelphia and Houston. Big total here, 213, but I'm going to go over the 213. Philadelphia is averaging 96.4 points per game, giving up 108.2. Houston's going to score. Houston is averaging 107. That ranks 9th in the league, and they're allowing 106.7. But what really surprises me about Houston is their efficiency this year. They've actually been, really efficient pretty much across the board because they're not really getting up and down. Look at their attempts. Philadelphia is getting up just 84.3 attempts per game. Houston's getting up just 82.9. That ranks 27th in the NBA. That's slow. This is Mike D'Antoni. What is going on? That's really surprising. But Philadelphia, they're allowing 89. So don't think that Houston's not going to take advantage of that tonight. They're going to put up they're probably going to put up 120 points. They're going to go off tonight on Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they're allowing opponents 47.2% shooting. That ranks 2nd to last in the league. Houston ranks defensively 25th in opponent shooting efficiency and effective field goal percentage. So they're not doing much on that end as well. Another point tonight that's really important, I think Philadelphia ranks last in the league in fast break points allowed. Look for Houston to get up and down the floor. Now, Houston offensively, they rank 2nd in shooting efficiency and effective field goal percentage, and they rank 1st in three-pointers attempted and made per game. Gosh, they've been efficient. Philadelphia, not bad, actually. In three-pointers, they rank 9th and 8th in three-pointers attempted and made per game. So, they're going to put some shots in. Houston doesn't play great defense. Also, they move the ball. Philadelphia, actually, they rank 15th in the league in assists, right in the middle of the league. Houston ranks 6th, averaging 24.2 assists per game. But here's one final point. With only 2 home games on this season, Houston has not gone over this number, playing Dallas 93-92, and then they lost to the Spurs the other day 106-100. So 213 seems big. It's not. They should go over this total. This should be a really fast-paced game, and I think they're both going to be able to score. Next one up, we got Miami and San Antonio. I'm going to go under the 191. It's really low. Now, they met earlier this year. San Antonio won 106-99 in Miami, but they shot, they shot lights out. San Antonio shot 45% from the floor. Miami shot 46.3% from the floor. But San Antonio shot 55.6% from distance. And Miami, they shot 35% from distance. So they were, I don't think I have that statistic right. I think they shot 55% from the floor, and I think San Antonio shot 45% from distance. So I just went backwards on that as we're doing this and going a little bit fast. That happens. It's going to happen at times. Let's just make sure we have the right statistic there before we continue. Well, we can continue, and I'll go back to it on that. They shot at a really high rate. That's the point. But also, what we need to make a note of is they got to the line a combined 52 times. That's a lot of free throws. That's not going to happen tonight. Now, defensively, Miami is allowing just 95.5 points per game. That ranks, they're averaging 95.5 points per game, not allowing. That's what they're averaging. That ranks second to last in the league. But they're allowing just 98.5. That ranks fifth. San Antonio, they are allowing 96.7. That ranks third in the league. San Antonio's defense is starting to come around. Let me get that heat statistic up here. When they played them. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I wrote it down correctly. Yeah. I thought that looked so off to me after I did this. San Antonio shot 45% from the floor in their first matchup, and they shot 55% from distance. Man, I do not think that can happen again tonight. Attempts, Miami, pretty decently fast, actually, 86 attempts per game. San Antonio, though, just 81.6 attempts per game, and they allow just 81.1. That ranks sixth in the NBA. San Antonio is starting to circle the wagons. They're going to play some defense tonight, and I think this is going to stay under that 191. That's why it's so low. As well, Miami, they can't shoot the ball. They rank 27th and 29th in effective field goal percentage and shooting efficiency, but defensively, they rank second and third in those categories defensively. So they're a good defense, not a great offense. Also, San Antonio has been so tough. They got Whiteside for the Heat, but San Antonio, they're allowing just 37.6 points in the paint per game. That ranks third in the league, and they rank at the top part of the league in most defensive categories. They're going to end up being probably number one by the end of the year because they're just that good. Now, Miami ranks number one in the NBA in opponent fast break points, allowing just 8.8 per game. So this just does not seem to get up and down. 191 seems low, but I think they're going to, unless they shoot lights out like they did before, I don't see this getting over. Last one we got is Brooklyn, Los Angeles Clippers. I'm going to go under the 214. That's a big number, and Brooklyn's been playing, I think they've been playing really well considering Lynn being out and the talent they have. Now, Brooklyn's averaging 106.3 points per game. Clippers are averaging 107, but the Clippers are giving up just 91.9 points per game. That ranks first in the NBA. Now, despite the tempo, Brooklyn defensively, not bad. They rank 13th in opponent shooting efficiency and effective field goal percentage. Let me get back. I digress. Let me get back to the tempo. Brooklyn's getting up 85 attempts per game, but they're allowing 92. But despite that, is what I wanted to say. Despite that tempo, they rank 13th in opponent shooting efficiency and effective field goal percentage, both those categories. And they rank 10th in opponent two-point shooting percentage. Not bad at all. Defensively, Atkinson is having them play some D. The Clippers, they're the number one defense in the NBA, and they don't go super fast. So I don't expect them to go really fast this game. They are allowing just 83.1 attempts per game. That ranks 8th in the NBA. Finally, I have a couple more statistics here, but for brevity's sake, let's just get to the guts of it. The Clippers have not allowed an opponent 100 plus points at home this season, and they only went over 90 one time, and that was versus Phoenix. The other games, Portland, they allowed 80, Detroit 82, Oklahoma City 85, Utah 75. Brooklyn goes a little bit faster. They don't go faster than Portland, but Portland was coming off a back-to-back. Still, I like for it to stay under that 214. It just seems too many points. Both these teams play enough defense to stay, I believe, under this total. There we have it. There's our wrap-up. So we bounced around a little bit, so I do apologize for that. It's never easy, though, when we got so many statistics to cover. But I think we cleaned it up there at the end to make some, but the important thing is that we make it clear at the end, right? Right. Okay. This is what we got. On the day, we're going to go with Oklahoma City, Detroit under the 200, Philadelphia, Houston over the 213, Miami, San Antonio under the 191, and Brooklyn and the Los Angeles Clippers under the 214. And I wish you luck on your picks today.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.